Hi, fourth graders. It's Miss Rayborn here. It has been brought to my attention that there have been some problems in Schoology for the last couple of days. Some people have been having trouble accessing their courses and also the information from last week. So I'm going to show you where to find things and walk you through last week's assignment, sort of explain what we're going to do this week to get ourselves caught up since we were having a little bit of trouble. Okay, so here we are in our virtual art classroom. Right here, when you clicked on it, you might have noticed up here also it says Virtual Art Wednesdays. So make sure that you're in the right course. If you notice that you're not in the right course because it says something other than that, you could send Miss Rayborn a request for help by clicking right down here in the feedback for art teachers, or you could send me an email. That's number one, in case you're having a problem. Number two, this week's lesson is going to have a lot of the information that you've had previously because several people have said they could not get to it last week and they were really having trouble. So you're going to notice that in the lesson this week, here's the lesson for the activity if you've already done it. And then after that is all of the information about the Madhubani assignment still in the lesson. Now, you may not need to do that, right? Because you may have gotten it done already and you don't need it. But like I said, several people have mentioned that they've been having trouble locating it. There were some problems with Schoology right at the start of the second 9 weeks. So we're just being patient, and I want to be sure that you have access to all of it. So some of the things in the slideshow today, you might not need to do because you've done them before, okay? No problem. So if you have already done your Madhubani things, there is a lesson here on slide 4, this one right here, with Miss Deb about creating a collage and learning about an artist who uses collage or cut paper as an inspiration for their artworks and all different kinds of poetry and things. This is an introduction to a lesson that I'm hoping we're going to be able to start next week, as long as everyone kind of gets themselves caught up and everybody feels ready to move forward after we kind of check in with this week, okay? So if you're ready for that, you can do that lesson on slide 4. And of course, there's an art enrichment lesson on right near the end. It's either on 8 or 9. Pardon me. I don't know exactly which one. Okay. The next super important thing is that you had something that was turned in last week. Okay. Some of you didn't even open it, and Miss Rayborn doesn't have any turned in right now. I don't know if that's a problem with Schoology, and if it is, I'm so sorry. I apologize. We're being patient, but we're going to try again because I didn't have even one submission in 4th grade, which makes me think something went wrong, that it wasn't you guys having a problem. It was probably Schoology having a problem. So let's try again, okay? So underneath this week's lesson, right here, there's an assignment piece, right? We know it's an assignment because it is a puzzle piece. It says, share what you have learned about Madhubani, graded. Now, we shared early in the first 9 weeks that in art, we have 3 grades every 9 weeks, okay? This is going to be one of your graded assignments. Notice how it says graded in big letters there, okay? So let's walk through and kind of look at it. I'm going to have to press preview. I'm going to open it up. And I'll press preview so that it'll kind of look like yours because your screen looks different than mine, right? So when you open it up, you'll notice it says you have 5 attempts. If it causes a problem, you can try again, no problem. So you're going to say start a new attempt. When you start a new attempt, it will bring you to your assignment page. It says share what you have learned about Madhubani. And then you can listen to the directions too if you want. Tell me one thing you've learned about Madhubani art during the time you've been studying it. Oh my goodness, my voice sounded really funny there. I said, tell me one thing you've learned about Madhubani art during the time that we have been studying it. So right here, you would type for me one thing that you've learned. I was really tempted to make it a video or an audio recording so that you wouldn't have to type, but lots of people have been having trouble with their video and audio. So instead, we're just going to type in, right, into this spot. You're going to tell me one thing that you've learned during this time with Miss Deb telling us all about Madhubani, okay? When you've typed in the one thing that you've learned, you're going to press review, and you'll press finish, and then you'll also have to press yes at the end, and you'll be done, okay? So go ahead and get started. Remember, if you haven't had a chance to get through your Madhubani painting, that is okay. All of the directions are still in this week's slideshow. We just keep leaving them in for you. There is something new on the very next slide that you can do with Miss Deb, and there is also new enrichment if you have already finished up. So I wish you good luck, and Miss Rayborn looks forward to hearing and looking and learning by reading what you've been learning about Madhubani art. And if we notice that everybody gets turned in this week, hopefully we will, then we will move on to our new unit inspired by the book on the next slide. So good luck. Email me if you have any problems or put in an art teacher feedback question and we'll get back to you. Bye for now.